So was anybody here in the height of the last bull market cycle where Shib did a 10x over the course of 30 days? Was anybody here in February through March of 2024 when Shib did a 4.5x in just 7 days? What we are seeing over time is these moves get more and more and more aggressive for Shiba Inu. Now, it doesn't happen every single day, right? It doesn't happen every single month, right? But what we're waiting for is, again, that big push into adoption. And what we're seeing are major signs that adoption is going to be forced onto the masses faster than people realize. And we're going to talk about that in this video. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So yes, those moves were aggressive. They were violent. They happened without warning. And that's what I believe this next move for Shiba Inu is going to look like. Yes, we may have some days where we have a little bit of normal gain and it doesn't seem like much is going on, maybe kind of similar to back here. But then I believe we're going to have a very big aggressive breakout at some point in time when people least expect it. And in fact, some people are talking about Shiba Inu potentially doing a 10x surge to 30183. Now, this is coming from Lucy, and I don't put much stock in what Lucy or Shitoshi says. I'm not always in agreement with what the Shib ecosystem says, right? So don't get my words twisted. But yes, I do believe a 12x is actually very possible from here in the not so distant future. I know yesterday we were talking about a 75x, which is a late market move, but we've actually been talking about this potential price range for quite some time. I've said many times that I wouldn't be surprised by this early part of 2025 if we can get to somewhere in that 3013 through 3019 range. It would make a lot of sense, and understand that my projections have not changed in that regard, because what we've consistently seen is those same good fundamentals. We've seen Shib supply being chipped away at little by little by little. We have seen holders on the rise. We've seen whales accumulation. So kind of like I talked about earlier and many times before this, the stage is basically set for this big boom when it comes to Shiba Inu. I have to say as well, we continue to just set new lows, new lows, new lows for available supply on exchanges. Once again, we are dropping down to almost below 85 trillion available on exchanges. So supply is running out. Okay. And there's going to be this major inflection point in the market where things start to move. But I think what is even more interesting, apart from what's going on in the charts, in the fundamentals for Shib, is this embrace of crypto that's happening throughout the world. And it doesn't even necessarily have to do with just retail. What we are seeing is governments are in big discussions about accumulation. We are seeing institutional players adding at rates that we have never seen before. And we are seeing this embrace from enterprise unlike we have ever seen before as well. This is what I've been saying has been the big year for adoption across the board. And what was actually just announced this morning was that the Gamestop company board approves adding Bitcoin to treasury reserves with no purchase limit. So there were some discussions about, whether the GameStop announcement yesterday was going to be a big deal for crypto. And, I'm sure it's had some impact. It's brought some retail optics to the space. It's probably a reason why memes are, again, having a good day. But again, they now have 4.78 billion in cash and securities. I think the GameStop story is kind of interesting, being on the verge of bankruptcy and now being on the verge of a potential company resurgence and major boom because of retail and now because of crypto, right? If they decide to start accumulating crypto in a big way, imagine the type of optics that brings to the retail space in crypto, right? Just think about that. It was the biggest short squeeze in history in any market. And now you're talking about that potentially shifting over to the crypto market. Again, when we talk about all these different exchanges like Robinhood, which is a big instrumental part in that surge, when we start to see people flip over on the retail side, what are they going to see here? They're going to see a cheap asset like Shiba Inu and start to flock to it in a big way. All right. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen for sure. I'm not guaranteeing anything, right? But if history has shown us anything, it's that Shib tends to perform its best when retail optics are high, when retail excitement is high. And guess what? Retail just got super excited now. Okay. Again, not saying it's going to happen today, but again, we're starting the stars are starting to align. We're starting to piece all these bits and pieces together. And frankly, something like this could be an announcement that starts to send the market into an absolute frenzy, that starts to bring those people with $10, $100, $1,000 to something like Shiba Inu and create this major boom. That's when you can start seeing the supply shock hit. That's when you can start seeing massive short squeezes throughout the space. That's when you could start seeing Shib make this 12x move in the matter of just days. Okay. Now, this isn't to guarantee your financial advice or anything like that. Like I say on every single video, I'm just a guy here with the YouTube channel that dives into the data. You guys are more than welcome to do this yourselves. But just, again, be prepared because the wave is coming. It's going to happen sooner than people realize. And tons of people are once again going to get caught off guard and miss out on these life-changing gains that are ahead. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.